drop here for a moment because I've seen some responses and some questions about some clients. For example, airport, it's government projects too, but not federal, or maybe not federally funded, but airport clients, which can be one of the hardest clients to work for. It doesn't mean that you cannot do it. But I tell you, I'm a firm believer that every project can be finished on time, and we can be successful in every project. There's always success. That's a firm belief that I have had to acquire through my experiences in construction and through my failures. And believe me, there can be many. But if you stay persistent and focused on the outcome, it can happen. So if I can make a summary of something that can serve you when you go into a new project, and even if the project has been ongoing, there's a belief that you want to acquire that every project can finish on time. And you can make money. Now, what's belief? If you believe it can be done at a core level, at a subconscious and conscious level, it will get done. Many times, when we are not successful in a project, it's because we're allowing our subconscious belief to tell us this is not possible. The client is too difficult, we don't have the budget, this and the other. We allow excuses and the things that we don't know how to control to govern our thinking. So belief is very important. Every time we're not doing something, it's because we at the core level, subconscious level, we don't believe it can be done. Look, it happens with us, and it also happens with a team member. If you work for someone that at the core level does not believe in you, you don't have a lot of chances. You don't. So belief is what moves us, right? I mean, I'm a believer. When I started my company, for like 10 years, I had a desire to start my company. But I always found a way to wait. I didn't think I was ready. And this is when we fall into perfectionism, procrastination. Because, we're afraid. And when we don't see the road clear, we fall into certainty. Certainty, security, we want to make sure. We don't want to risk anything, right? Yet we are in one of the highest risk industries, construction, other than restaurant. But every contractor wants to have a restaurant. If you're honest, we all like to cook and eat. But seriously, belief is crucial. Have more faith. Every time we're stuck, in my opinion, it's been for me an indication that I have to strengthen the muscle of faith. Expand my threshold of control. Expand my thinking, my focus. So belief. And every time I've been successful on a project that is hard, that I don't know how to do it, that I have been challenged, we have to make this happen. It's also because I have developed clarity as to what do I want as a leader of a project. I'll give you an example. When I was one of my project managers, I guess at the beginning of my career as a project manager, I was challenged with a project at a school, Weston Middle School. That was a takeover contract. And the previous contractor was terminated, and I was set into this project. And it was brand new for me. It had 3 phases. And for some reason, it got into me that I wanted to finish the project earlier. The contract didn't say finish earlier than the date I set. It was a phase job, so one phase had to be done before the next phase could start. And the next phase could start. But at some point, when I got more control of the project, and I felt I had ownership on the schedule and the team and leverage on the team, I said, you know what, if we finish earlier, we all get out of here earlier, we all can make more money, the client will be happy, and you know what, we're going to be able to serve the end users. And who are the end users? The children. They're going to be able to enjoy the facility faster, longer. So that really got me going. The desire to serve, the desire for these kids to be in a facility where, you know, they didn't have to see so many construction people. And I got clear. And what do I mean by getting clear? Well, I got in the trailer, right? And after I learned the drawings, I was very familiar with the project. And I created a sign that was a huge sign, bigger, I mean, from wall to wall to the trailer. Let's say in the area, the center area, 20 feet. And I printed the sign. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell the owner of the company. And I said, we're going to finish by this day. And there's so many days pending to the completion of the project. And I set the date there. There was no one person that entered this trailer that did not see that sign. Not one, because it was huge. There was no way to miss it. So I gave clarity not only to myself, but I gave clarity to the owner of the company. I gave clarity to the principal. I gave clarity to the architect. I gave clarity to all the subcontractors, because I did it in a place where it was visible to everyone. So what did I do? I gave someone a vision of where we're going, clarity on the vision and clarity on the mission. But the beautiful part was, and I didn't know I was doing this, but I think God gave me that idea, that desire to serve, because we do that. Builders, we are here to serve. We're building. And when that sign was there, everyone was clear and nobody said no. Nobody said, no, you're crazy. Why are you putting that sign up? Nobody. Because I got leverage. Nobody was against finishing earlier. Nobody. And so when we find a purpose that is common to everyone involved, guess what happens? Everybody participates. Everybody feels ownership. Everybody feels that the why matters to them. So I was clear on the why. And I didn't make myself as the hero of the story. Everyone that participated was a hero. And what I was just doing was being a guide. And guess what? Solving problems ahead of time. So continue to give clarity, continue to believe, and reassure on that belief that it was possible. And this project was a 1.5 year project. But the belief that we can do it, it was more meaningful than anybody. And so the decision was made. And I decided, but everybody else decided too. And when hesitation came in the process, for example, you know, when you have a project and you're pushing, and everybody participates, now it's not a pushing energy, it's a pulling energy. Everybody is contributing. They are all participating. And we're only solving wherever they're stuck. My role became unstocking people, giving them what they needed to continue to proceed. And something I learned here, because without a team it's impossible, but finding leverage, not only with the architect, the principal, the teachers, you know, when they had to, the custodians, but also the laborers that came to work for the trade partners. Respecting the person, respecting the human. That is more important than what we know. Had I showed up there like I'm the project manager, and I was, or I'm the engineer, and I am an engineer, or I have a master in construction management, and I do, I would not have been able to find leverage, because everyone in a project has a role. And I'm 100% convinced, it's one of my beliefs is, without people in our industry, we can't do anything. We need everybody, and everyone is important. There's no one person more important than the other. So going into a project with an attitude of servant leader, servicing everyone, right? It's not an energy of giving, not an energy of taking. I'm not here to take from you. I'm here to give you. Give you what you need so you can be successful. That's what I'm here for. And I think that's what we're all here for. We're here to serve each other, to love each other in this process, to build each other as humans, to connect to one another, to make each other feel like the amazing human beings that we are. And so if you want to finish your job successfully, if you want to finish your project on time and on budget, or collect the money that you're supposed to get paid,